to listen to wonderful program coming to you. And please don't forget to subscribe or give us a thumbs up. Welcome to KJTV, and we are going to talk about the changing political game in Kenya. Kenya is gearing towards the general election next year, and already unofficially the campaign has started for presidential election unofficially. And we are having a discussion, and more especially what happened in Kisumu today. It's such a mind-boggling, and I have Jared Nyancha from Kisumu, Kenya. How are you, Jared?
Daktari, I'm good. I'm in live from Kisumu now.
Yeah, what happened? I hear there was stone throwing. The vice president was in Kisumu.
Wow. Daktari, as you are aware, the country is gearing and getting an inch closer to the general elections that is going to take place next year.
Mm-hmm.
So today it was a kind of a D-Day in events whereby the deputy president, who is a greater contender
Mm-hmm.
in the next general elections, toward Kisumu today, and an unfortunate thing happened at Kondele.
Mm-hmm.
It was indeed a bad scenario whereby the deputy was echoed
Mm-hmm.
and echoed by the crowd.
Okay.
It forced him like to cut short his speech and move away because the stones were waiting from all over.
Mm.
Yeah, that is the state of things now in Kenya so far as the deputy faced the fire from Kisumu today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is I wanted to share that clip.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Uh,
however, we are aware that the president
mm,
had a number of trips within the Nyanza region,
mm.
whereby he began with Migori, where he had a very beautiful welcome, and it
Okay.
was a,
Can we see there? Are you seeing the image?
yeah.
Yeah, you can see how they what happened with that chaos. I see people throwing stones. Others are being chased.
Yeah, this has just happened not longer before the deputy went on stage to present his speech
Uh,
and trying to give out his details on what he needs to do for Kenya.
uh-huh.
No sooner had he stepped on the floor than he received the wrath of the people from Kisumu,
Uh,
who are trying actually kind of negative, who are giving some negative criticism towards the presence of the deputy.
uh,
He tried to look for all possible times to calm the storm, but it was all in vain. It forced the
uh,
police officers to step in,
uh.
who thereafter were able to contain the situation and they discarded the people.
Okay.
A number of people got injuries, whereby the police officers themselves got between the crucifixion of the moments,
Uh-huh.
and it was indeed a bad scenario to witness at this beginning of the moments of the kind of campaigns in Kenya.
Mm.
Yeah, this is an act which I think should be kind of stopped from now, because if it begins this way,
Mm-hmm.
it means things may not work out very well in the near future. The country is gearing towards the general
So,
elections.
let me ask you the question. We saw something very nice when Raila Odinga visited the hometown of Deputy President William Ruto in Eldoret. He got a good reception. There was no chaos. What can you say about that?
Yeah, what we are aware from the information which was given by the police, the command of police from the Kisumu region,
Mm.
the deputy president was made aware that the ground is not friendly. It's going to be hostile, especially in Kondele,
Mm-hmm.
whereby it was kind of informed like there was some kind of money which was given ahead of the presence of the deputy. So
Okay.
the people who never received that
Mm.
small coin were agitating to get it also. So this
Okay.
was a war between the recipient and the non-recipient.
Oh, so it was nothing like they were against Ruto in any way.
Indeed, it was never state managed. From the information gathered, it was
Mm,
never state managed, and
mm,
the inner circle of the deputy president were aware. They were made aware from the commandants of the police that there could be chaos, kind of chaos that want to
mm.
erupt inside Kondele, and there was kind of advised not to have the function
To go to
there.
Kondere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was
So
informed, and this
in
was
this matter,
purely between two factions.
yeah, in this matter,
Those
honestly, I
who
can say because he
okay,
was made aware, therefore I can really say like he's the one who accepted to place his own feet into the murky water.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that is good to know. And what do you take? You know, in the politics of Kenya, uh, we are heading to this election where Raila will be. It looks like Raila and Ruto are the front runners.
Indeed.
These are the same people who were political friends in the 207 election. What is your take on that? Now they
That,
are enemies.
Daktari siasa is something you cannot really try to predict.
Mm,
As they say, siasa is something that you cannot define the future.
mm,
You can be friends today, but tomorrow you are
mm.
very acute and very strong enemies.
Okay.
It was just the other day, Daktari, if you can realize, like the president, the sitting president, Uhuru Kenyatta,
Mm.
it was difficult for him to step in Kisumu and even try to utter a speech.
Yeah.
But just after the handshake, the president could go to Kisumu and even have a sleepover.
Okay. That
You
is
see?
Kenya.
So in this matter,
Eh,
2007, the deputy president was very vocal and supportive to Raila Odinga's fight of being the president.
yeah.
And at that moment, the deputy president was indeed an angel
Mm.
to the people of Kisumu.
Yeah.
But today things have turned around whereby it's becoming like is a rotten cassava in the village of Kisumu people.
Wow.
So
How
indeed,
the world can change.
and indeed, this is to it is indeed a lesson that
Mm.
political whoever wants to be a politician should learn.
Eh,
Issues with the politics are not issues to the heart.
okay.
And even is a lesson that Kenyans should also learn that the politicians are just but politicians.
Yeah.
Whatever they say is
Eh,
not what they mean.
yeah.
They can
Yeah.
plan evil, but
Mhm.
eventually they meet in a hotel and have a couple of cappuccino.
That's true. Yeah, they say that monkeys are monkey. They only change forests.
Indeed. This
They are the same monkeys. Yeah, you would understand how people fought and died for them when they were together, and now they are political foes.
nakumbuka one politician once said that sisi wanasiasa ni kama mashetani.
Ni kama mashetani.
Yeah, and it means like the politicians are just like Satan.
Yeah. Now I want
They,
you to tell me. I want you to tell me a scenario because you are in the ground. How do you see the political realignment going on? I know we are having Okoa, is it Okoa Kenya, some one Kenya
okay.
Alliance,
Okay.
and Oka, and
Yeah.
then we have the Hasara Nation, and then we are having the Raila faction here. Now, what scenario? What is the winning formula for next year's presidential election?
Wow. Daktari, the winning formula is not yet established.
Okay.
That is why even today you could say the leader for ODM, Raila Odinga, received a
Mm.
huge number of politicians from the northeastern part of Kenya.
Mm.
So that means the realignment is still on.
Okay.
Let me bring this onto your attention that it is just the other day, some a month ago, whereby the deputy president appeared to be indeed taking up the lead in the country's political whatever winning. This is when the Raila Odinga was a bit quiet, not trying to be very much in the campaigning mood. But as soon as Raila stepped on the ground, I tell you, things are really trying to silt around, to change around.
Okay.
Kenyans. Because now you can realize, like, even those ones who are very closer to deputy president are trying, like, they are in dilemma. They are trying, like, should we support Raila or we support Ruto? You can hear the vocal member of parliament from Mount Kenya, that is Moses Kuria, says. You know, Moses Kuria was one great fighter for William Ruto.
Okay.
But at this moment, you understand what he's saying. Sometimes he says this, he says that.
Yeah, they don't know where they are supposed to be.
So their formula so far is not well established. But very soon, I think by next year, you're gonna see things turn around, and eventually we shall realize which team is gonna take the lead.
Now, what do you understand? What is the game plan for Ruto? I mean, the political game. What is he playing on to go to the presidency?
Okay, maybe I want to bring to attention that in my studio in Kenya here in Kisumu, we had a visitor who is one great admirer of politics.
Okay.
Is a highly resourced person and a well-seasoned man in politics.
Okay.
That he understands the demographics of siasa in Kenya.
Okay.
And I wish to bring him and be able to at least you can share with him. You can post a number of questions on siasa in Kenya because he's well-seasoned. Please do so that you can have this share together. Mr. Principal, please.
Thank you.
Yes. Karibu sana.
Yes.
Okay. Karibu sana. Thank you much.
Yeah. Habari yako?
Niko salama kabisa.
Yeah, can you say your names so that we can know you?
Andrew Mbongi. And I come from this region of Nyasa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us more. I hear you understand more politics. What is your take on the state of politics, most recent presidential election now in Kenya?
Okay, I can say that the presidential campaigns are still on, but at the moment we cannot be able to say who is really ahead of others, especially between the two strong contenders, that is Ruto and Odinga. But as things are now, Mr. Ruto is trying to lure the youths to his side because he has realized the establishment might try to change the political scene, especially come next year. He understands very well that if the old people are not for him, it is the youths who are really vulnerable, especially in terms of employment and resources, who is trying to lure to his side so that he can have a strong support come next year.
Why does the youths feel like Ruto will help them get jobs, while he has been a vice president for 10 years and he has not done so?
You know, Ruto is also a very cunning man. He has realized the majority of the youths in Kenya need employment and they need money.
Okay.
So having realized this, he knows that the only way I can attract youths to my side is to give them false promises in terms of money and employment.
Okay.
And youths are very vulnerable on this side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask about, Kenya, more especially elections are won through coalitions, depending which coalition you are in. What are you seeing what likely coalitions are we going to have, and who in which camp?
Now, at the moment, we cannot say that there are coalitions as such, except the one which has been named by the four, that is the Mr. Mudavadi, Gideon Moi, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Wetangula, which is not so strong. But the political equation is going to change in case this coalition is going to join either Ruto side or Raila side. Whichever side they are going to join is the likely side which is going to win the Kenyan election, presidential election come next year.
Okay, so supposing Okoa Kenya joins Ruto, so Ruto will become president.
Yes, automatically. If they don't use any means, Ruto will become the president.
But I want to differ. I want to differ with my guest here. I don't think the political demographics whereby Oka supports Ruto that it will bring any great change in the forum of the winning system.
Okay.
Why do I say that? The Oka has Kalonzo Musyoka, Moses Wetangula, Davadi, and Gideon Moi. And sincerely, according to the ranking of the political game players in Kenya, the four individuals do not have that acute penetration in various areas where they come from.
Okay.
To begin with, Gideon Moi may not fetch a lot to Ruto because they both come from the same region. Number two, Gideon Moi may not be very fully to support Ruto just because he also has an interest of getting the seat. So most definitely may not be of support like he'll support Ruto on this matter. Two, well, Moses Wetangula and Mr. Mudavadi are coming from the same region, that is the Western region. And in this matter, be aware that Raila Odinga, the Tinga, has a huge, marvelous support from the Western Kenya.
Okay.
So these guys, whether they support it, they may have some bit of support, like a given fraction of maybe to change things, but not that much. I want to differ with Mr. Ombonge here.
They join or Raila. That group will win. Why am I saying so? Look at Wetangula and this man Mudavadi. They come from Western region. They have their following there. They have followers there. In an event, they are join one of the camps, either Raila or Ruto. All his followers, all their followers are going to move to that camp. Look at just some following in the eastern part of Kenya. That is mostly the Kamba community. In an event that is going to join any of the two camps, we are very sure that his followers are going to follow him to that camp. In the northern Rift Valley, that is the northern part. Don't ignore Mr. Moi. Moi has some support, especially among the Pokot, the Tugen, and those smaller tribes in the northern part of Rift Valley. So if he moves to any of this camp, he's going to move to that camp. Now, that's what I'm looking at, that scenario where going to deliver some votes. Already, the two contenders, that is Mr. Odinga and Mr. have, of course, they have a following. But this will be an added advantage into their camp in case any of these people decide to join it.
Now, it has, even if it's not official, there is something in the offing that Raila might pick a person from Mount Kenya as a running mate. Some are saying he might pick Peter Kennedy. How do you see in that game changing? Would it still Central Region or Mount Kenya votes or go to Raila, or it will still be 50-50 among the two contenders?
Okay, at presently, the way things are, they are having almost same percentage of votes from that region. So what I'm saying that if Raila is going to pick Peter Kenneth as his running mate, there will be no big difference, because at the moment things are all realigning themselves, and they are having half votes in that region. Now, what is going to determine the winner is now this third camp we are talking about, where they are going to lean into is will be the winning camp 2022 presidential election.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Nyanja? What is your take on that?
I think that is not proper. I see the deputy president is trying to chase votes from the Mount Kenya region, which means like very soon is also going to settle on one candidate who is going to be the running mate.
Okay.
And also we say like Raila as well to pick a running mate from the Mount Kenya region. I think this is an act of begotten a region.
Okay.
Making a given region to appear like is the dynamic maker of given thing in Kenya. It will be so much unwelcomed.
Okay.
In this matter, if Raila makes a mistake kind of to say like picks Peter Kenneth from that region, I want to believe that Ruto may have a very greater penetration in that region.
Okay.
There are politicians in Mount Kenya who are more wenye kuna ushawishi mkuu, okay, who have an upper hand in that region more than Peter Kenneth.
Okay.
So if he makes that selection and Ruto makes a selection like Anwar Uhuru, you know, Ruto will just walk away with this thing.
Okay. Now, being that you are in Nyanza, there is an incident which occurred. I want to segue because our time is running here. There was Mbadi's convoy was belted in stones when he was in in Indiwa or in Omabay. What can you say about that? Did you hear about the incident where Mr.
Mbadi wants to run for gubernatorial post in Omabay? That's what people feel. And I think some of his opponents are the ones who support that.
We are losing the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of his opponents are the ones who sponsored the goons to attack him as a way of discrediting him, because you know Mr. Mbadi is a noisemaker, especially when it comes to supporting Raila.
Okay.
So they wanted to send a message to the public that as much as you think Mbadi is very popular in Omabay, he's not as popular, because if we can throw him stones, then he has no popularity on the ground.
So who do you think was doing that?
Yeah, it is the political.
Who was doing that?
There is a lady
Wanga,
who wants to become a governor in Omabay.
And Gidero also is shifting from Nairobi to Omabay.
Wants to come Omabay, and there are very high chances that he can get that seat very easily.
Who?
Yeah.
Who will win the seat?
It is Mr. Gidero.
Oh, Gidero will win?
Yes. He has a lot of support in the region. That is in Omabay County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyanya, what did you have something about it? Or?
I think John Mbadi became unwelcome visitor in his own home.
Okay.
This is because he's trying to walk in with a different Odua.
What do you mean Odua?
Yani is coming with a different smell, which the people are not used to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like in Kisii County. What's happening in Kisii County? Maybe I try to compare like this gentleman called Simbarati, who is the member of parliament from Greater Nairobi. He's also trying to shift his interest to vie for gubernatorial seat in Kisii County. A number of the people are not really in support, because like, why is he leaving that seat in the city and coming down here in Kisii? The same to Mbadi.
Yeah, but then why you leaving? Gidero was the governor in Nairobi. Why is she shifting to the rural areas?
Into the ruler, and he has support.
No, Kidero,
The work he did in Nairobi, as a potential leader.
Kidero faced the music from the other side. According to the culture, when your child who lives in a given home is just away, you welcome that child to the house.
Okay.
So Kidero is being welcomed home to at least be given some milk to make him like welcome home. I believe, as Mr. Mbonga said, from the little analysis that we have done around, I feel Kidero might carry the flag.
So equally, if you are saying that is equally with the Simbarati. He's also coming home to test some milk. What's wrong with that?
Get this, Daktari.
Yeah.
Simbarati has not been beaten by the neighbor.
Oh, okay.
The neighbors still love Simbarati. He has a good welcome where he stays in the foreign land. So the Kidero was beaten and thrown outside to be rained on.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
You hear me?
Your voice is going down.
Okay. I hope you hear me.
Yeah.
So this is a situation whereby Kidero.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Kidero is being welcomed home by the mother because he has been beaten.
I think we are having connection issues here.
Oh, okay. But I can hear you very well.
Okay. Mr. Mbong, what do you say about that?
Somehow it is true, but what I feel is that the people of Homa Bay have realized that Mbadi has nothing new to offer to them because he has been an MP for Suba. And when they just look at Suba generally, there is no much development which has been realized in that constituency. And that's why people think that he is an underperformer. So the people of Homa Bay are not going to elect an underperformer to become their governor. And that's why they are sending a very strong message that even if you come here, we are not going to vote for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know we are having, I think your connection is going down on your side.
What is it?
Okay. Okay, fine. We are our technicians are trying to fix it. I hope it will get back to well.
Hello.
Yeah?
Yeah, we are having connection issues.
Are you getting us? Hello?
Okay.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, your sound is going down.
Okay, but now I hope you can get me well.
Yeah.
We clear?
Yeah, you can talk now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you are clear.
So what we are seeing in Homa Bay County is that one person who can come to the ground and winning Ghana votes is Mr. Kidero. And this because of his past record. What he did in Nairobi, the people of Homa Bay feel that he needs to transfer that experience to their county for the purposes of developing their county.
But also he is embroiled with so many corruption cases right now. He had swindled a lot of money.
But you should realize that in Kenya we don't look at corruption when it comes to voting.
Okay, so we are transfer. You know, this is what Mr. Mbongi. This is what we have been fighting. If we want to condone corruption, I mean, this is the same mistake that a person sits outside, then he runs home. That is being fought. Yeah. And equally, that's what happened to Anna Waiguru when he was actually. She went home like a hero. How are we going to fight corruption on that, Mr. Mbongi? No, if we try to nurture.
Well, this one needs God's intervention because at the moment, the way we are as Kenyans, we glorify corruption. We are glorifying corruption. So whoever steals from the public covers and brings money to the ground is our person, and therefore this person we are in any leadership position that comes. You have mentioned Anne Waiguru. You have not gone to the extent of mentioning some of the bigger people like the deputy president who has been mentioned in mega corruption cases. And if you go to all parts of Kenya where he's going for his political rallies, you realize that he is really welcomed by majority, by big crowds of people. And this is because of the money he has. So that's what I'm telling you. Even Kidero.
I think Mr. Mbogi let us come and talk about corruption on another venue. Now let us focus on politics. That will be our next topic about corruption in Kenya, and then we will talk a lot about it. Now I want to see where we talked about in Kisi politics. Now the gubernatorial seat now that why is retiring from politics? Who is likely to be the next governor in Kisi?
Now, I want to take that last statement that Ongwae is retiring from politics. Ongwae is not retiring from politics. Ongwae is only changing the position now to become, he wants to fight for senatorial seat. He wants to fight for senatorial post in Kisi. He's not retiring from politics.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know. I mean, he's 2 terms around.
Yeah, they have combined with Mr. Ongeri. Ongeri is now, they are changing positions. Ongeri is going to fight for senatorial, while the other one comes to senatorial seat. So he's not going to retire. And now you can see in Kisi, we have a lot of, very many candidates who want to become governor. We have this Ongeri, we have Simba Arati, we have a lady. There's a lady there from Nyeriwari Church, although it's very inconsequential when it comes to politics, but he will also have to make some changes in our county. We also have Charles Matoke, we have Magara. We have around 8 people now fighting for that position. Now, what is going to happen is that majority of the youths in Kisi have realized that they need one of their own to become a governor. And in this they want to disqualify the old politicians from the field, like old guards like Ongeri and Ongwae. So in an event we are going to have elections, proper elections, and a proper counting of votes, Ongwae will not survive. I'm seeing a situation where the youths now are able to determine the winner of the gubernatorial post in Kisi. This round.
So who are you thinking? So who is the youth they are supporting?
Now, as you look at these candidates, the person who is at that age of beautifulness is Simba Arati.
But we also have Omingo Magara.
So the youths will vote for Simba Arati.
Yes, the majority of the youths are going for Simba Arati.
How about Matoke? Matoke is also a young man.
Okay. Matoke is there, but he's not on the ground. You see, up to now, he's just using his proxies to reach the electorate. He has not had contacts with
in the ground.
So when he comes, he will find himself just floating. Because with Simba Arati, I think he has he's going to villages, homes, to talk with the people. He has even brought a program for building houses for poor people in that county. You know, the poor are the majority. That is why he's likely to garner more votes. In a straightforward election, Simba Arati is a front line.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Nyanja?
The owner of the banana plantation knows when the bananas will get yellowish and eat them. So in this matter, Mr. Mbongi understands very well when he's going to milk his cow.
Okay.
I want to make him aware. But apart from the youthfulness of Mr. Simba Arati, we have the new blood like he's still very young, Mr. Omingo Magara. We have also Daniel Manduku.
Mm.
You know, also we may not underestimate the powers
Okay.
of Mama County. That is my Mama
Janet
County,
Ongera.
Janet Ongera.
Mm.
All this flock of people need the seat for the governor.
Mm.
But from what we see on the ground, as at now,
Mm.
Mr. Simbarati has a smaller challenger.
Mm.
He honestly is ahead by a yard as at now.
Okay. Now,
He has
yeah, as you know very well, in Kisi dynamics, and this is something which has already been established from the first county election.
Mm-hmm.
There is a phenomenon we call negotiated democracy.
Mm.
That it is not an individual who wins election. It is a team, the alignment team, how you distribute the major seats among the major Kisi clans. So what scenario are these people having already? Do they have like a team who is going to be a senator, who's going to be a women rep, who's going to be a speaker? Because that lies on the game plan.
Now, I want to say that the current governor of Kisii won not because of that political realignment. Mr. Ongwae won because he was being supported by the elites in Kisii, especially the teaching fraternity.
Okay.
At one time, Ongwae was working in the TSC, and he did very well for the teachers of Kisii and the Kenya as a whole.
Okay.
Now, when he came out for that, all the teachers in Kisii County, and Nyamira, supported him. So there was no realignment here. That is why he was able to defeat very strong candidates like the former MP for Bobasi, yeah, who was also fine from Jubilee. He defeated him because courtesy, the teachers support.
Okay.
But as by now, the political realignment taking place. Ongwae now and Ongeri, as by now, it is as if they are losing the ground very fast. Why? Because the Kisii people have realized that these people want to change position there. They want to change as if they're the people to vote for themselves.
Okay.
That's why they want to shift now the leadership to a younger person.
Okay.
That's why they are looking at Simbarati as their option, their way of in this old generation. I also want to tell Jared that Omingo Magara is not a youth. Omingo Magara, as by now, is over 50 years. Therefore, he's not a youth. Yeah?
What do you call youth? What do you call youth?
A youth is somebody who is in the age bracket of around 40 and below.
It is supposed to be 35. Youth is supposed to be 35 and below.
It's supposed to be 35, I know. But now, in Kisii, they are looking at that age of 40 and below. So anybody who's above 40 cannot be counted as a youth. Yeah.
Doctor, in this matter, Simbarati is not a youth as well.
He's a youth.
Simbarati is beyond 40 years. If that is what Mr. Mbongi is putting,
it's around 40
years
on his divination. Okay, let's say
here above the age.
Let's say here, youth is relative. But let me tell you, and I think I saw Ongeri defended that there was an interview Ongeri did recently, and actually he defended it very well. He said he even gave examples of the U.S. president right now. U.S. president is almost 80 years. And you know also, let us look at the seat of a governor's seat.
Yeah.
The Kisis, the culture of the Kisis, it will be very hard to give that seat to a young man. They think is we are nurtured in a homestead. Like homestead leader is supposed to be an old man with experience. So probably don't forget that dimension when it comes to nitty-gritty. they will think this young man cannot be able to take care of our big office very well. That might be a case too. What do you think, Mr. Mbongi?
Now, I want to tell you that I come from the large Nyaribari.
Yeah.
The large Nyariba, that is Masaba and Chache.
Yeah.
From that region, we have 4 candidates vying for the same seat.
Yeah.
That is Huyu Mzee. There is another one who is a grandchild to Ongeri. That is Mr. Machogo.
Yeah. Okay.
There is also Mr. Jas Matoke. There is also another lady there. What I want to tell you is that maybe Ongeri is going to garner votes from outside Nyaribari. Is going to garner more votes than Nyaribari itself. Because as by now the Nyaribarians are, and they are saying Ongeri has served us well. We want him to go home, rest, and then become a consultant.
I think we lost you in your voice. We can't hear you.
I'm saying that in an event where he comes out with those 4 candidates, are you getting us?
Yeah, I think we are having connection issues. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, we are having connection issues. Looks like okay. That one is not. Hello? Hello?
Hello? You getting us?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, hello. Unatupata?
Okay.
We can still hear you very clearly here, Daktari.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah, I keep losing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you getting us?
Yes.
Now, you can talk now.
I was talking about Mr. Ongeri, and I'm saying that he is going to get votes out in Nyaribari than in Nyaribari itself. Because the Nyaribarians are now said they want a change. They want new guards in politics. That's why Ongeri now is not being considered so strongly. Even some delegations are going to his home to request him to step down for a younger person. Because as by now Ongeri is around 85, he's around 85. So if we give him 10 more years, it means he's going to retire at the age of 95.
At 95.
Possible, yeah. Okay. That's why we want him to rest.
Well, I don't take your word. See, the people in Nyaribari have decided that. They have. I remember when they decided to no, we are not going to vote for Simon Nyachae. It's like we were saying, really?
I was among them. I was among them. People campaign strongly against Simon Nyachae. I was among them. That organization on the ground. We managed to
we never thought. We were surprised that we never thought that you would be against.
We were determined to remove him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think our time is fast going. We will thank you for a great discussion.
Yeah.
We will come next time. We want to talk about corruption.
Corruption
in Kenya. So I want you to give your last word before we end this.
Maybe I should say that as we move forward towards the election, the person to watch mostly, there are 2 candidates in Kenya we are supposed to watch very keenly, and from here we are going to get one leader. That is Ruto and Raila. Otherwise, these others are just there. They are escorting them towards State House. Yeah.
Okay. Jared.
Daktari.
Yes.
Sometimes you may not underestimate the powers of the ant. An ant is a very small animal that builds a very big hill.
Okay.
So let us not also underestimate Abdu Badida.
That is a point.
And Abdu Badida.
Yeah.
So my part in short is that it should be very prudent for Kenyans to understand that siasa is siasa. Let us not carry everything into our hearts and we destroy our nation by our own hands.
That's
At
true.
this moment, the politicians are moving here and there campaigning.
Mm.
Let us just give them our ears.
Yeah.
Let them give us what they need, what they want to do for Kenya. But we're the people, the Kenyans people are the people to decide who to vote for.
Well, yeah.
The
Well,
situations whereby we see like the deputy president has been stoned, or where whatever happens, it is unprecedented and it's dubious.
okay.
So otherwise,
Well,
I call Kenyans to be calm, and that's where
mm,
let us vote very accurately
Now,
this time around.
Daktari,
mm, eh,
I want to interject. There's one
eh,
this last statement that the vice president was stoned. The
eh,
vice president was not stoned by the political opponents. He was
eh.
stoned by his youths because of its money.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
he was not stoned because of politics. He never
Okay,
gave any money. Yeah.
okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your insight. It was nice having you on the studio, and we hope
Thank you.
next time you come and when we continue